Why does everything feel harder now? Why do people struggle to focus, even on things they care about? Why does motivation disappear, even when life depends on it? And why does modern life feel strangely empty, even while constantly stimulating the brain? Because the problem may not be laziness, or discipline, or willpower. The problem may be your dopamine system. A system modern life is overstimulating every single day. Most people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical, but dopamine is not really about pleasure. It's about motivation, drive, anticipation, pursuit. It's the signal that says, this matters. Move toward this. Keep going. Without dopamine, the brain loses momentum, energy feels lower, focus weakens, motivation fades, and everyday life starts feeling heavier, harder, more emotionally flat. Now think about modern life. Social media, short videos, notifications, sugar, streaming, constant novelty. Your brain is receiving endless bursts of stimulation. The brain adapts to repeated stimulation. That's what brains do. When dopamine spikes constantly, sensitivity changes. The system becomes less responsive. The result: normal life starts feeling too slow, too quiet, too boring. Deep focus requires stable attention, patience, mental endurance. But modern dopamine overstimulation trains the brain to constantly seek novelty. Your brain becomes conditioned to swipe, refresh, switch, consume, quickly, repeatedly. And over time, sustained focus becomes harder. People think, I've become lazy. But often, the reward system has become dysregulated. High stimulation leads to a dopamine spike. The spike leads to a temporary reward. The reward leads to a rapid drop. And the drop creates a craving for more stimulation. And the cycle repeats. Because the brain loves unpredictability, novelty, fast reward, tiny bursts of stimulation. Modern technology exploits this perfectly. Human brains evolved in environments with slower reward cycles, natural stimulation, longer periods of anticipation. Now, the reward arrives instantly, constantly. The brain loses tolerance for delayed reward, which means reading feels harder, thinking deeply feels harder, quiet feels uncomfortable. This is important. Overstimulation reduces sensitivity. The system becomes numb. Things that once felt exciting now feel ordinary. People say, I don't feel motivated anymore, but motivation is not simply psychological, it is biological. The brain constantly seeks more stimulation, more novelty, more activation. But the more overstimulated the system becomes, the less satisfying normal life feels. Dopamine is deeply connected to effort, drive, cognitive energy. When the system becomes dysregulated, mental fatigue increases. Stress also affects dopamine signaling. Chronic cortisol exposure reduces reward sensitivity, which means stress and dopamine dysfunction often happen together. Poor sleep changes dopamine regulation too. After sleep deprivation, motivation decreases, impulse control weakens. The brain seeks faster rewards. Now combine everything: stress, poor sleep, constant stimulation, blood sugar instability, and endless scrolling. Your reward system never stabilizes. The brain becomes restless, not calm, not focused, restless, always searching for the next stimulation source, checking the phone repeatedly, difficulty sitting still, feeling mentally tired, but unable to stop consuming content, needing constant background stimulation. This is critical. Overstimulated brains often feel more anxious, more restless, less emotionally stable, because the nervous system remains activated. Many people can no longer tolerate stillness, quiet, boredom, and that's a warning sign, because boredom once allowed reflection, creativity, mental recovery. The modern brain rarely rests completely. There is always input, noise, stimulation, and consumption, and the dopamine system never fully recalibrates. The biggest mistake people make is they blame themselves. Instead of understanding the environment shaping the brain, The good news is the dopamine system is adaptive. That's the hopeful part. The same brain that adapts to overstimulation can adapt to stability too. What the brain actually needs is not constant reward or endless stimulation, but rhythm, recovery, and balance. Periods of lower stimulation. This matters for long-term brain health because chronic overstimulation affects attention, impulse control, emotional regulation, and mental resilience. Modern life is not just distracting your brain, it is training your brain, training it to expect constant stimulation, reward, and novelty. And over time, that changes the system itself. Right now, your brain is adapting to every swipe, every notification, every dopamine spike, every moment of overstimulation, and the patterns you repeat daily become the brain you live with. The question is not, why is motivation disappearing? The question is, what kind of reward system is modern life creating inside the brain? Comment below, do you think modern life has shortened your attention span? Next video, we're talking about hormones that accelerate brain aging.